So here we are at Ape Expo 2013. Steve Wyatt here from Big Wow. You guys remember him. We did a lot of stuff with him. Now there's a new one, East Bay Comic Con. Tell me about that one.
Well, we used to put on Hayward Con, put it on since 1979, and then they tore down the facility, so we had to give it up 4 years ago. Well, I've been working for 4 years to find the right location, and we found it. Concord Hilton. It'll be a one-day show, February 16th. Kind of fills a hole in the Bay Area that needed to be filled for the Bay Area fans.
Now, I know you're like me. You like comic conventions that are about the comic books. Is this going to stay the same, or are you going to bring more entertainment?
No, it'll stay East Bay Comic Con. I mean, there'll be some toy dealers there. There might be a couple minor celebrities. I always try to bring in stellar guests. I mean, it's a small one-day show. We already got James O'Barr coming, Mark Badger. Matter of fact, Mark Badger's going to do a panel. He's already asked me if he could do it this early, and we just booked the room Wednesday. A tribute to Jack Kirby, and I'm like, yeah, we can do a lot with a tribute to Jack Kirby.
So that's East Bay Comic Con. That's Sunday, February 16th, one day. All the info. Is there a website or where?
I actually already bought eastbaycomiccon.com. So East Bay Comic Con.
Pretty easy to remember. So now let's also talk about the one we already know, Big Wow. That's happening again. What's going to happen? Last year, you had Stan Lee there, and I said you can't get any bigger than Stan Lee. So how are you going to get bigger than Stan Lee?
Well, first, Stan has already said he wants to come back. But we're not going to advertise him until about a month before the show because of health reasons. He's going to be 92 years old. So he said, I want to come there. And we said, we want you there. Neil Adams is already coming back. We're doubling the size next year, but we're not going to double the exhibitor booths. We're going to bring more stuff in. We're going to do a Batman museum. It's the 75th anniversary of Batman. I've got a guy who's got a memorabilia collection that would knock your socks off. So it'll be, cases and cases of memorabilia, not just art. Famous Monsters wants to be part of our show. So Famous Monsters of Filmland is actually going to take a third of the new show, and we're going to have a Famous Monsters pavilion. And they're working, this way we stay a pure comic show, but we have more entertainment. They're working on bringing in Bruce Campbell, George Romero, almost anybody who's already died on Walking Dead. So
spoiler alert.
Exactly. But I know they're working on the contract right now for Bruce Campbell, so we should be announcing him soon. So this way we stay a comic book show, but inside our show is the Famous Monsters Pavilion horror show. So we're going to have two shows in one.
That's how you get bigger than Stan Lee. I mean, Bruce Campbell, hello, Romero. Talking about zombies. So when is that going to take place? It's back here, May 17th, 18th.
17th and 18th.
Yeah, it's Big Wow Comic, but you guys can get all that. We'll do some stuff. We'll actually talk about it on the show. We'll have you on before it happens. So you heard it here first. Two of them. The new one, East Bay Comic Con, eastbaycomiccon.com. All the info is on there. Big Wow, you guys know about that one already. But East Bay Comic Con February, I want to say that's probably one of the first ones of the new year. Unless do you know of another?
We're hoping to make it the first one. I even put that on Facebook. Let's start the Bay Area comic scene with this show. Because that's what we used to do.
What else would you want to do? Yeah. So Steve Wyatt, you're going to hear a lot from him on the show as we get closer to these.